This girl married an African warrior from a wild tribe, but 14 years later, it ruined her life. A beautiful girl named Carola and her boyfriend of 2 years, Stefan, went on a beach. They were enjoying their last day of vacation in Kenya, Africa. They decided to visit a town named Mombasa. On the ferry, she sees a Maasai warrior, a tribe man, and immediately becomes attracted to him. Stefan tried to get substances in town from a shady man who led them into an alley with 2 more people. Realizing they were robbers, the couple escaped, and the robbers chased them. They ran into the Maasai warrior again, who scared the robbers away. The warrior helped them safely reach the ferry. They missed their bus back to the city, and the Maasai warriors offered them a ride to the hotel. Carola wanted to honor the warriors with a drink at the hotel, but Stefan refused. He fought with her, refusing to spend his final day with strangers. Carola, on the other hand, travels alone. Carola and the Maasai warrior, Lemalian, began dancing in the bar, gradually becoming closer. Just then, Stefan catches them close and gets angry at Lemalian. Carola quickly takes her boyfriend away before the fight can escalate and bids goodbye to her crush. At the airport, the next morning, Carola gets second thoughts and decides to not go back with Stefan. A frustrated Stefan then leaves alone while Carola returns to find Lemalian. She learned from several fellow Maasai warriors in the bar that Lemalian has returned to his village. So Carola travels to his village. On one of her visits to the village, she meets another foreigner, Elizabeth, who has decided to reside in Kenya after meeting a man. Carola was warned by Elizabeth about the difficult conditions in Lemalian's village, which lacks electricity and water. Carola ignores the warning and insists on knowing where Lemalian is. Elizabeth explains that she must wait since no one can visit the Maasai community unless they have been invited. Carola decided to wait at Elizabeth's house. After 10 days, Lemalian goes to find her and the both of them instantly felt an intense connection towards each other. Lemalian drives Carola to his village after they spend the night together. He introduces her to his family members and invites her into his little home. Carola notices several cultural differences after spending time with Lemalian's family. She was shocked to see Lemalian drinking the blood of a hunted goat. The next day, Carola learns more cultural differences, such as women not undressing in front of males. A customs official reminds her that outsiders are not permitted to stay with the Maasai tribe unless they have particular reasons. Carola and Lemalian travel to the city to obtain a special visa to extend their stay. During this time, their love grew stronger. One night, Carola faints and Lemalian realizes she has malaria. He cared for her, and after her recovery, they decided to buy a truck and drive back to the village. Carola's visa runs out again after a few days, so Lemalian asks her to marry him, to which she agrees. However, she informs Lemalian that she must return to her native nation of Switzerland first to say farewell to her family and handle some personal affairs. Lemalian has no choice but to let Carola go while promising to return. In Switzerland, Carola's announcement of marrying a tribesman causes her family to be upset. Her family tries to warn her that she is making a big mistake, but she doesn't listen and insists on getting married. The next day, she closes down her clothing business and returns back to Kenya to marry Lemalian. On the wedding day, Carola wears a traditional white dress, and Lemalian is in his warrior attire. They become husband and wife. The next day, Carola witnesses a village ritual where women are circumcising a young girl. She calls Lemalian over to attempt to stop them, but he does nothing and claims it's tradition for a girl to become a woman. Things quickly worsen when Carola, who is now pregnant, decides to open a food and beverage shop. But Lemalian doesn't like the idea that women in the village are supposed to just stay at home to take care of the family. Carola and Lemalian argue. Suddenly, they find a collapsed pregnant woman, but others believe she's cursed. Carola tries to help by driving her to the city, but the truck breaks down. Sadly, the unborn child passed away, leaving Carola sad and struggling with her new life. After some time, Carola starts a successful shop. Lemalian becomes bitter, feeling overshadowed by her success. He gets jealous, thinking Carola is flirting with male customers. Convinced she's cheating, Lemalian storms out, and their relationship worsens when Carola discovers he's been giving free items to friends. They argue, and Lemalian leaves. Carola goes into labor one night and is rushed to a nearby city hospital to give birth. Fortunately, she successfully gives birth to a healthy baby, and the couple celebrates in the village. Carola returns the next day to check on her shop, but she finds out that her shop has no more products anymore due to Lemalian's constant generosity. In the following days, Lemalian's wife, Carola, becomes harsh with Lemalian's friends and stops them from receiving free gifts. Lemalian tries to talk to her, but she ignores him. Carola eventually becomes a successful company owner, and Lemalian realizes that he is no longer the main person in the family, he is only helping out at the store. One night, Lemalian gets really upset and calls Carola an escort, thinking she sleeps with customers to sell things. They have a big fight, but other men from the tribe stop Lemalian before he can do anything more. The next day, Lemalian, still upset, cuts off his hair and changes his clothes to look modern. He asks Carola if she respects him more now that he looks different. Later, Carola tells Lemalian that she wants to take their daughter to Switzerland to meet her family, and he agrees. At the immigration center, Lemalian can't read a form, so he asks Carola about it. She says it's nothing, and he eventually signs it. Lemalian asks Carola to promise to come back, and she promises. However, as she leaves on a bus, Lemalian tells her he knows she won't be coming back. She didn't say anything and left Lemalian behind forever.